the good news. And it does not matter their appearance, their social economic status, etc. In fact, who are you saving a seat for? Then Easter and Christmas? The church is open 50 other Sundays in the year. Okay? He goes on in verse 5. Listen to me, dear brothers and sisters. Hasn't God chosen the poor in this world to be rich in faith? What does that say, guys? We are all rich in faith. Aren't they the ones who will inherit the kingdom he promised to those who love him? But you dishonor the poor. Isn't it the rich who oppress you and drag you into court? Aren't they the ones who slander Jesus Christ, whose noble name you bear? Yes, indeed, it is good when you royal law as found in the scriptures. Love your neighbor as yourself. But if you favor some people over others, you are committing sin. You are guilty of breaking the law. For the person who keeps all the laws except one is as guilty as a person who has all of God's laws. For the same God who said, you must not commit adultery, also said, you must not murder. So if you murder someone but do not commit adultery, you have still broken the law. So whatever you say or whatever you do, remember that you will be judged by the law that sets you free. There will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others. But if you have been merciful, God will be merciful when he judges you. Let that sit for a moment. But if you favor some people over others, you are committing a sin. When you're passing on that prejudice, you are committing sin. We are sinning when giving favor to certain people over others. If you break one of God's laws, in this example, James is referring to the 10 Commandments. You are just as guilty as the person who has broken all of them. Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron teamed up about 15 years ago to do a street evangelizing effort using the foundation of the 10 Commandments. Please excuse my child, 10 Commandments here. But we hang these in my home, in our homeschool area, and we recite them daily in my home. We do the Pledge of Allegiance, we do the Pledge to the Bible, we do the 10 Commandments, not always in that order, but we get it done, okay? They did this to help people understand we have all sinned and have fallen short, and to help them understand that they need a Savior, okay? I was going to invite my husband up to practice with me in doing how they would do it, but I'm just going to walk you through it because he hasn't made it home from hunting yet. So, how it would work is Ray and Kurt would go up to somebody on the street and just say, "Hi, how are you? Have you sinned?" "Oh, no, I haven't sinned." "Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay. Well, do you know what the 10 Commandments are?" All right, we got to define our definitions, right? A lot of people don't know the 10 Commandments. We'll use the kid version, nice and simple, okay? Put God first. Worship only God is number 2. Number 3, don't misuse. Number 4, rest on the day and keep it holy. Number 5, lusted after somebody. Well, no. And they would start the juices flowing. All right. Well, you've committed adultery if you've done that. Okay? If you have ever wanted somebody else's stuff, what have you done? Number 10, okay? And so they'd work through these, and people would realize, I'm really not that great of a person, am I? I am not that hot stuff that I have been thinking of all these years. That's right, because by God's standard, we have all sinned. There's not a one of us that has not sinned. Yeah, we have not done big things like murdering in the sense that we think of murdering. But when we think ill thoughts of somebody, that is murdering somebody in your heart. Okay? Those little white lies to make us feel better about ourselves,